It's a game, really, we don't have to sell for you. It's got such a fascinating history. We could have sold the stadium out, what, 5-6 times over, I reckon. What a match. And it's live. Perfect pitch on a perfect day in this stadium. Martin Tyler to describe the action for you along with Alan Smith. League football today, and it should be a really engrossing encounter. This should be a special game, Alan.
Yeah, real buzz around this ground. Full house, a lot of interest in it. Hope it doesn't disappoint.
And here it is, the starting 11 for the home side today. So we think it's going to be 3-5-2, Alan, don't we?
Yes, it looks that way. I mean, this formation went out of fashion for a number of years, particularly in England, but a few managers prefer to bring it back now.
And this is how the opposition will line up. Well, we think, Alan, it'll be a 4-5-1 formation, which can look a bit negative.
Yeah, but you look at the players in that five, that midfield five, and I think a couple at least will be trying to support the lone front man.
Well, this should be a great game. And we're off and running. That's a fine challenge, and he's got the ball. Lee Chang-min. He's got some room out there. He came on strong in that period of attacking play, but in the end it was disappointing. With a chance to go into the lead now. There it is, first goal of the game, and coming this early, the promise of more to come. There was no time to take an extra touch, I don't think, in those circumstances, so he went for the first-time finish.
Yeah, and they're difficult for keepers because he doesn't give them a chance to get set. Caught flat-footed there.
So the first goal, it's 1-0. They can spread the play now. It looked a good cross, but in the end, it was misleading. Confident enough to take it on the volley.
Yeah, it is one of the hardest techniques going.
Quick-witted and quick in his movement too to intercept there. It's offside and the referee's given it. I've got his angles wrong with the pass. Very good tackle. Cheetah. Tackle here. Well, that's not so much an interception as a poor pass. Tries the shot. They really had a go in the quest for this equaliser, Alan.
Yeah, it was a half-decent chance, maybe snatched at it a touch.
That's a great interception. Lee Chang-min. Should be. That was a puff out your cheeks moment, and phew, got away with it. Good reading of the play, anticipating the pass. Nakatani cuts it out nicely. He's got some room out here in the wide position. The goalkeeper will get this one, no problem. It's unlike him, really, to play the ball straight to the opposition. He's seen the shot. And Langerak easily able to make that save. It's a very good interception. On the attack here. Fujita. Trying to get the ball in. Can't hang onto it, the keeper. Well, he certainly wasn't basking in the glory of the first save. The game continued. Well, you know what goalkeepers are like. He's probably disappointed it was such a simple second save. But he certainly showed us what he's got a few moments earlier.
Yeah, no wonder his teammates are thanking him, because they didn't give him much help there, actually.
His teammates have recognised the potential of this attack. Surely, the equaliser. Well, the keeper got to that, and probably should have done.
Yeah, you would expect him to save it, and he did.
In goes the corner. Great save.
A little surprised, the visitors with less possession here. They've done so well. They've got some quick players in this team, and they broke out of defence with such pace. The manager will be delighted. The game plan is working perfectly.
Well, they're having to defend, aren't they? So he's come deep, and he's got hold of the ball, and they can build off him. They've got it away from the danger. Never quite as simple as you think to throw the ball to one of your teammates. Well, that is a cheap piece of play to give the ball away like that. Oh, time to get the cross now. Not good delivery, well away from those who he's trying to find in the middle, well behind them. Did well, stuck out a foot and cut off the pass. Promising build-up until that challenge. Out into the wide areas now. He's won it back easily. Well, the referee might go back and speak to the offender there, but he's let the play go on with the advantage rule. Now, what is the referee going to do here? Clearly a booking, out comes the yellow card.
Well, he reached straight for his pocket. He didn't really think about it, but I think that's the good call.
He could take them on here. Got to be. He must have thought he'd scored from that distance. The keeper had other ideas. Swung in from the corner. Put away, but not out of harm's way. Lee Chang-min. And he's trying to get it away. Can't keep the ball at the moment. Well, that's half-time at 1-0. And here we go with the start of the second half. Lee Chang-min. They've lost the ball. Stopping the pass getting through with a good piece of anticipation. Too much pressure for the opposition, who've lost the ball. Fujita. Has to be! They really had a go in the quest for this equaliser, Alan.
Yeah, it was a half-decent chance, maybe snatched at it a touch.
I think that's a good performance, isn't it, Alan, from him in the first half?
Yeah, I thought he looked lively in that first half. Really sharp and obviously got the goal. Another 45 of that and he'll be well pleased.
Oh, a miss. Keeping the ball is one thing, but they've got to try and open up the opposition. Could have done better with the cross into the goalkeeper's reach. Excellent interception. It's a quick break. Must be a goal! And no wonder they celebrate. That is the equaliser.
Well, that is going to lift morale a great deal. And all of a sudden it becomes a much more even contest.
Another angle on it here. It is level. Both sides have scored here now. Not a good pass at all. Left the defenders trailing now. Here's a chance. They can't stop him. Well, they managed to get out of harm's way. Chance now to go ahead. It's a goal which really defines the way this team is playing.
Well, look at them there. They're absolutely delighted. It does take a lot of hard work, but when you get a reward like that, it's well worth it. What a sucker punch that was. The manager will be furious that his team has conceded so quickly after scoring.
And that's a goal well worth analysing again. Player who's been carrying a yellow card is now going to be taken off. They don't want to risk a red. Off we go again, 2-1. He saw the look from the other player and saw where the pass was going and read it. Well, this could be dangerous in a wide position. They've gone wide, chance to get the ball in the box. He wants to pull it back in. Easy for the goalkeeper when really there was every chance of him being totally beaten then. And he's got the ball.
Yeah, he was exposed there. And he must have thought he was going to get beaten, but, well, the lad just made a real hash of it, didn't he?
Moving it nicely and productively here. In with a chance. Still dangerous here off the goalkeeper.
Well, although they're trailing, they certainly haven't let the heads drop, have they, Martin? Continue to create really decent chances and just got to carry on.
What to finish here. That could be a game-winning moment to go 2 in front now.
Well, it looks simple, but this lad has got a great instinct of drifting into space, being in the right place at the right time.
Well, it's a goal worth replaying over and over again, isn't it?
Oh, he's loving it, the manager. He's seeing his team playing really well, just what he was asking for.
Just a reminder, 3-1 it is now, the scoreline. Just a quick check on the clock, and there are 20 minutes to go. Great tackle. Lee Chang-min. Can't keep the ball at the moment. Good vision, played over the back of the defenders. The substitute coming on to try and repair the damage now. Well, he seemed to see a pass there that none of us could see from where we're commentating from. Can really get at the opposition here. Really in the clear now, in on goal. Oh, it's off the bar! Goalkeepers love to be busy, and he's certainly busy at the moment. The frame of the goal helping him out. And now at least he can settle his team down and get the ball upfield.
Well, if you hit the postal bar, you've not hit the target. Although they did in the second one, it was too easy for the keeper.
Well, they could get the ball back here, and they have done. And he could get away here. Surely he must score! Clean through, one-on-one against the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a wonderful stop, Martin, isn't it? And no bits and pieces either to follow up on.
He's put in the corner. He works so hard on his heading. He needs to do a bit more work, I think.
Yeah, the keeper's waving that one bye-bye.
Nakatani. Did well, stuck out a foot and cut off the pass. Teammates getting out of the way because they know he can dribble it here. Could get a goal back here, and he has done just that.
Oh, it's the late show. What a finish.
There's new hope. They've cut it back to 1.
Well, I thought this game was done and dusted, but anything but now.
Different angle on it here.
Cause for concern for this manager. I think I saw him glance back to his substitutes, having conceded that goal.
Very good game, 3-2. Still 7 minutes left on the clock. That's very good defending, and the player had nowhere to go. The supporters, Alan, trying to play their part here and lift the home team.
Yeah, I think they believe, Martin. The question is, do those players down on the pitch believe as well here?
The ball glued to his boots, it seems. Excellent work. Spaced across the ball now. That's a good block. Neatly intercepted.
Oh, it's a wonderful reaction from the crowd. They see a chance for a late leveller here.
Careless there. We have got 4 added minutes.
Yeah, a little murmur goes around the crowd because enough time for me to get an equaliser, maybe even a winner here.
Might just be in here from that little chip pass. He is the type of player to take that on, but he can do better than that. Normally, he's a good chipper.
He is. I mean, he's always trying the unusual. I think the idea was right, just pulling it off. He could manage.
Oh, he spotted the pass and cut it out. With his skill, here's a chance to have a run at goal and take the opposition on. Well, in they come, they're piling into the middle. Well, this could bring them level. Costly loss of possession maybe here. I think the cross is on. Really in the clear now, in on goal. There is the final whistle. Extra jubilation at the final whistle because they have beaten their great rivals here in the derby game.
Yeah, there was a fair old build-up to this game, a lot of talk to and fro, so you can understand their happiness after this game.
Hello everyone. You know, some footballers enjoy a rainy day. Not sure fans always feel that way, but an exciting match in prospect nonetheless. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary is the former Arsenal defender, Lee Dixon. And we've got potentially exciting league action coming up on the menu for you. It's Urawa Red Diamonds, and they face Nagoya Grampus.
Hi Derek, thank you. Well, both managers will be reminding their players how important it is to start off the game really quickly. Really attack the opposition, put them on the back foot, see what comes of that. Hopefully we get a good game.
So the initial 11 for the home side. It looks like a conventional 4-4-2.
A preferred formation by Arsene Wenger when he arrived at Arsenal. Two main strikers, four across the midfield. Really important for the fullbacks to link up with the wide midfielders in this system.
On the ball, Lee Chang-min. It is a decent looking attack here, and he's broken free. Can they slot it home? Dealing with the threat that was real. Now Xavier, delivering it into the box. And they got into that crossing position, but dealt with defensively. They don't normally need a second invitation to give it a go on the counter. Well, not to be in terms of the counter-attack. Gabriel Xavier. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Lee, in particular, what do you expect to see from his game?
Well, every defender goes into a game not wanting 3 goals in 3 games to be the player you're playing against. And that's the case today.
Well, just couldn't keep the ball. And the cross is very much on. And a significant block following that cross. Well, they know how to press, but can they construct? Can he give them the lead? And they've only gone and applied that finishing touch. Well, the goal will not stand. It is offside.
Yeah, good football there, but just straight offside.
An important interception. Manoeuvring it, and he's made headway. The delivery towards the back post. That will give them quite the lift. An early opening goal lead.
Well, you always want to start quickly, and there's certainly a quick start there. What a finish. Well, here's a replay. I always tell young defenders to stop the cross, and this is why. When the ball comes in, it's perfect, and the ball ends up in the back of the net. Great header.
Well, let's go back to the goal that was scored. So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. It's been pretty well impossible to escape all the news stories surrounding him ahead of today's match. And the reports have been confirmed. He's decided to... Opportunity it is! It's opened up for him! They just couldn't stay in front. And now this match is all square.
Well, they say you're at your most vulnerable when you've scored a goal, and that's the case today. They'll be really disappointed to give away that goal. The manager won't be very happy too.
So, a level contest, 1-1. Shebake. Well, there's no getting away from it. This is the man so many people have been focusing on ahead of this particular game. And the rumours coming out of the camp are that this may be his last season, that he's considering hanging up his boots, Lee.
Well, it's never easy deciding when to call it a day, Derek, to be honest with you. Your playing days are the best time of your career. Sometimes you just need a little push, though, from the decision-makers above. The head's willing, but the body's waning. It's just a matter of time.
Useful looking position, you've got to say. Well, he's given a corner, the referee. Over it comes. Well, he was being pursued furiously. The effort, though, nothing to write home about, really.
No, I think you give the credit to the defender there. Just put him off balance.
This looks promising. And a goal kick is the outcome. And the keeper's given it away inexcusably. Pressing as a team. What a shocking pass, really. And in with a real chance. Well, as the attacking side, you might dispute it, but offside by a hair.
Yeah, spot on from the linesman. Spot on, but he was close.
They've given it away. Yosuke Kashiwagi couldn't keep it. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. Well, that break looked so promising, but nothing coming from it. This might have potential. Teammates in the middle. The header, but far too straight to worry the keeper.
Yeah, meat and drink for a goalkeeper of that class.
Given away. Are they going to forge ahead? And the keeper there to make sure nothing untoward happened.
Well, we can see the stats. They don't lie. They haven't created enough chances today, but the quality in the end should pull them through in this game.
There's not a great margin for error when it comes to hitting it on the volley, Lee.
No, it's a really difficult technique, but it's worth a go. He had a go and he failed, but he'll get another chance.
Far from a good pass. Good pressure to regain possession. Good technique displayed. Running towards goal. Surely. And it's 2 for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him.
Well, let's see that again. Once he gets into his stride, he just strolls past players. What a lovely solo. Wonderful effort this is.
So there we have it. 2-1. Well, he has clear options in the middle. No-nonsense clearance. That's a very impressive piece of defending. Koroki. It is a decent-looking attack here. In goes the cross, but absolutely no support there. Well, the pass not finding its target. He's got to score! Well, a moment he would dearly love to have back.
Well, listen, he's tried to hit it too hard. Just relax a little bit, focus on your technique.
And 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages. Lee Chang-min. On and on he goes. Just drifted into the illegal position, offside, in the opinion of the officials. And with that, the first half draws to a close. You've certainly got to give this man high marks for his work up to this point, Lee.
Well, I've got a word for that first half performance. Spectacular.
The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. I think everyone knew that was foul play, and the referee left with little choice but to award the free kick. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Koroki. In possession, Paukar. Well, sitting deep like this might be a dangerous game. Can they hit on the break? Well, they can't quite take advantage in the end. And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. Now he must favour the cross. It might be. And he scored not once but twice. They simply cannot stop him. And no wonder he's enjoying himself.
Let's have another look at this. He wasn't expecting the ball, but when it comes to him, he chooses early to volley it. What a finish.
Well, the goal again, albeit from a different angle.
Well, the manager knows that's plan A sorted, got themselves back into this. Now can they go again?
Well, another equaliser. What a topsy-turvy game this has been. Genuinely thought they might cash in on that occasion, but haven't been able to do so. Untidy in possession. Now, this might pay dividends. It has to be. And he got to it fairly easily. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. They will now make use of their substitutes bench. Sugimoto. This might have potential. Crossing possibilities. He cuts it back. What an important piece of defending. Will it lead to the goal that puts them ahead? And a goal here! Accuracy with the header. Just what they needed.
Well, here's a replay. I never liked rebound goals off goalkeepers. The defenders should be there. Probably would have been my fault. On that occasion, his defenders went missing.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored. "3-2" it is. Who would have predicted that before a ball was kicked? And they'll have to throw it back in play. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Kashiwagi. They might be able to get in now. The offside flag had to go up, and it did.
Yeah, look along the line. Look along the line.
And that's an important intervention. A move of promise on the flank. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. And the cross not quite accurate enough. Well, it was a very good-looking move, but alas, no end product. And the counter looks on here, options available. He might profit from here, you know. And it's there for him. Keeper did his job to begin with. Well, possession ceded. Getting forward. And no joy as far as the cross was concerned. And a chance for him on the flank. Will they get themselves level here? It has to be, surely. And he'll be disappointed to have smashed it against the woodwork from close range.
Well, it's out of play off the woodwork. It should be a goal, Derek. Well, I'm pretty sure the manager's wondering how many more chances there'll be to get back into this game.
Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. Running with the ball confidently. Teamwork might be the key. A very attractive looking move, easy on the eye, but nothing there. On the ball, Lee Chang-min. Yosuke Kashiwagi. Well, visionary passing. And it's gone in! The team's separated by 2 goals now. You cannot say they don't deserve it.
Well, you could be critical of the defending, but let's focus on the great play. Capped off with a superb, calm, calculated finish.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. Inside the last quarter of an hour. Well, the pass not finding its target. He could pick out a teammate. It's got to be! It really is such a free-scoring performance. Just nothing the defenders can do about it, seemingly.
Well, when the run is timed to perfection and the ball is perfectly weighted, this is what you get, a great goal.
And we're underway again. This game very much over as a contest. Read it superbly to take back possession. Sugimoto. Well, he was just a fraction offside then.
That's all he needs to be, a fraction, and it was so close.
Might be able to get in behind the defence. And it's played into the centre. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick.
Well, when he's in this sort of mood, he's absolutely unstoppable. What a performance. Well, here's the replay. You have to say he's been a thorn in the side of the opposition all match. It's a good finish and a richly deserved hat-trick.
A chance to revisit the goal. And if you enjoy high-scoring contests, this has been the game for you. And very deftly cut out. And it's with Schmidt. Lee Chang-min. And teammates to play it to. And they will be awarded a free kick for that. And the referee has determined that that is a bookable offence.
I don't think you can think anything else after that challenge.
Targets available, cross comes in. Poor pass under no real pressure. And the referee is going to add on 4 added minutes. Couldn't keep the ball. Sugimoto. Superbly read and executed. Well, you've got to keep the ball a bit better than that. Lee Chang-min. Joao Schmidt. Fruitful looking attack. Will he play it in? And the referee blows for full time. Good technique displayed.
What a perfect day for football we've got here. I'm Martin Tyler, he's Alan Smith alongside me. League football today, and it should be a really engrossing encounter. 2 proper teams here, Alan.
Yeah, real buzz around this ground. Full house, a lot of interest in it. Hope it doesn't disappoint.
And the lineup for the home side goes like this. Well, we think, Alan, it'll be a 4-5-1 formation, which can look a bit negative.
Yeah, but you look at the players in that 5, that midfield 5, and I think a couple at least will be trying to support the lone frontman.
Now the shot! Saved, but not decisively. Here's Saito, pressed high here. Here's a couple of players who you might keep a special eye out for today. Alan Smith's certainly going to do that.
Well, these 2 are the obvious danger men because they're in great form. Both scored hat-tricks in their last matches.
Lee Chang-min. He's gone in strongly and got the ball. Lee Chang-min trying to spot a potential ball to open them up, but they're keeping the ball well. Tries the shot. The coach promised a fast start, and look what's happened. You've seen that goal, and it's really been coming right from the kickoff.
Well, quick passes, movement off the ball, tidy finish. This could be...